90-minute musical. Tonight, Mel Brooks' story of epic failure starring David Cameron as Zero Growth in The Reducers.
Yes, indeed, my lords, ladies, and other close relatives. It's tough at the top. It's tough at the top. No, it's tough at the top. After years of hard work and dead-end jobs, special advisor to Norman Lamont, special advisor to Michael Howard, leader of the Conservative Party, and now Prime Minister, what have I got to show for it? A measly 142k per annum. Honestly, if it weren't for the wife's 30 mil inheritance, I'd starve. They say that wealth is relative, but others got rich friends. Plenty folk have more than I, there must be literally tens. These people lord it over me, I tell you I'm not having it. It's shocking, I'm not even the richest man in my cabinet. People call me prosperous, but I don't own an oil tanker. Called other things as well, but I'm too poor to be a banker. Who wants to be a multi-millionaire? I do. Move the House of Commons to Mayfair? I do. Who wants to look down at rich people like me and say, tee-hee, you're poorer than me? Who wants the spoils of treasury? I do. Help me live a life of leisurery? I do. Who wants a pay rise for head ruler? I do, 'cause all I want is moolah. Austerity is not for me, and I don't give a fig. Preferring high society to society that's big. I'm putting on my top hat and my white tails too, 'cause it's my turn to pick up the kids from Eton School. Who wants to be a multi-millionaire? I do. In terms of cash, have more than their fair share. I do. Who wants to retire with an annuity approximately Britain's GDP? Who wants a bucket full of dough? I do. And disposable income to grow? I do. Who wants St. Luca to be awash? I do, 'cause all I want is dosh. Well, I can dream.
Mr. Cameron?
Who are you? Not from the Inland Revenue, are you?
No, it's Nick. Nick Clegg.
Oh, yeah, Neil, come in.
Yeah, I can't believe you still need reminding who I am. We're in a coalition, remember?
Yeah, but for how long? The opposition are snapping at my brogues.
Crikey. Imagine if we lost the next election.
Imagine if we win. I'd have to put up with another term of being poorly paid.
Yes, I suppose the one upside of losing the next election is that we'd be loaded.
Nigel, what are you talking about?
Well, all those private companies we've been so nice to would be sure to give us very big and very well-paid jobs to thank us.
For once, Norman, I think you might be onto something. Imagine us drinking tea, chairman of the board,
secretary,
a pair of cushy jobs for me and you. But only if our majority slips to a tiny minority.
I'd hate to lose authority.
Me too. Even so, G for S and A for E. Taxpayers' cash for you and me. I'd become a private company type guy.
Not that we would want to quit governing.
Oh, not one bit. Who would even think of it? Not I. The thing is, even if we made a loss. Nobody would give a toss. Circle Capita, I'd boss.
You'd get a bonus too.
Private companies take the reins. Public lose, but Virgin gains. They did so well with Virgin Trains.
That's true.
G for S
And A for E will remain a fantasy. Both of us in harmony.
for now.
But you wouldn't want to deliberately lose an election for financial gain, would you? I mean, for starters, you'd have to deliberately trash every public service the nation held dear.
Yes, I'm writing this all down.
Then you'd have to place a complete and utter incompetent dimwit in charge of the country's finances.
Hello, boys. I'm Georgina Osborne, here to take care of your figures.
Well, I must say, dear, you have some pretty amazing ones yourself.
Oh, thank you.
David, does she understand anything about economics or the country's finances?
Ooh, what is finances?
I think we're in business.
Everything I know about money can be written on a 3-pound note. So when I need to get fiscal, only one man gets my vote. Supposed to listen to each Treasury advisor, but Bob Diamond is this girl's best friend. Experienced civil servants may well be much wiser, but really come off it. What do they know of profit? Economies grow, but what do you know? I clearly don't understand. Each waiver, blame labor or a European neighbor. Bob Diamond, no, he won't lend a hand. When things get nasty about caravans and pasties, though you think I comprehend, I'm simply the fat cat bank manager's patsy, a bank enriching siphon, texting Hunt on my iPhone. I'm the gal who's the broker's pal, but it is all just pretend. Boop-boop-be-doo, I'm just the fool who went to the same school as Bob Diamond and his banking friends. He's no longer there, but it's Bob that I'm pleasing. Each time I moisten his hand with some quantitative easing. Rail bits, fire sale bits, I just flutter my eyelids. Bob Diamond is this girl's best friend.
Cheers, Georgina. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 2 makes 4.
Ooh, David, the hard ones first, eh?
Oh, Georgina.
David? David, are you in there?
Sorry, Georgina, we'll have to pick up this session on my endogenous growth later. Come in!
David, it's me. I've got your crunchy.
Thanks. Is that everything?
Well, no. Actually, there is one tiny little thing.
Yes?
I mean, it's not a criticism. It's just we do seem to be making quite a hash of being the government.
Really? I thought things were rather tickety-boo, wouldn't you say, Georgina?
Oh, yes, Mr. David. I was born for this.
I mean, what with Murdoch getting Hunt to run the NHS, privatising schools, cutting welfare and police, and doctors and nurses, raising tuition fees and keeping the Lords. It's almost like you are actually trying to lose the election.
Oh, nothing gets past you, Ned, does it? Of course I want to lose. And what's more, I've got you to take the flak. And now for my pièce de résistance, Norris. To ensure catastrophic defeat at the polls, we're going to blow our last 9 billion on the biggest flopperoonie of all time. The Olympics. What could possibly go wrong? We're blowing 9 billion on a cast iron flop. Our athletes will tank and our status will drop. It's a surefire failure on the global stage. And after I can land a job with a decent wage. London 2012 will be no showstopper. London 2012 we will come a cropper. London 2012 our final bridge burned. There'll be no second term.
I can't believe it. Is there no way to stop it?
Too late, Norbert. It's curtain up.
A fab opening ceremony by Danny Boyle. A parachuting queen, a great year for the Royals. Gold-winning athletes, an inspiration. A feel-good factor sweeping through the nation.
Hang on, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Why do our athletes keep coming in the top 3? I thought Boris in charge would guarantee a mess. How the hell has this ended up a massive success?
London 2012.
Supposed to be a turkey. London 2012.
The country's feeling perky.
London 2012.
Seems to have scuppered my plans.
You've got a hit on your hands.
Damn. What a bloody disaster.
Oh, David, there's a wave of good feeling that we can ride all the way to the next election. And here it is now.
I hereby declare that the coalition government wins another term.
Yes, I agree to serve again as Prime Minister on the back of people's wishes to reinstate the health service, education benefits for the disabled, blah, blah, namby-pamby, touchy-feely, grow the economy nonsense.
And I get to keep my ministerial limo.
I was heading citywards, consultants is awaiting. Thought I was a certain flop with 0 voter rating.
Tories and Lib Dems turned out best of friends. Though he can't stand the sight of me, there's surely a delight for me. Because it's
Springtime for Nick Clegg and Cameron. Goodbye, free bonus for me. Miserable shower, but what's the hell? Still got a chauffeur and that is swell. Springtime for Nick Clegg and Cameron.
Winter for our economy. Boop-boop-be-doo.
Stuck with that lowly paid job from hell.
And they gave me some work as well. 10 Downing Street reception, Nick speaking. Putting you through now. Oh, oops. Sorry.
15-minute musical starred Dave Lamb, Jess Robinson and Richie Webb. It was written by Dave Cohen, David Quantick and Richie Webb. The music was composed, performed and arranged by Richie Webb, with music production by Matt Katz. The producer was Katie Tyrrell.
Springtime for Nick Clegg and Cameron. Doesn't matter who gets in. Springtime for Nick Clegg and Cameron. 'Cause regardless, the market's always